All right, we can get started. All right, so in pickleball, you played tennis, right?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit of tennis? You're a self-taught tennis player, you said? Awesome. So in pickleball, we have a very short court. It's 1/3 the size of a tennis court. I'm going to get you over there, Susan. We're going to do some dinking. And then, so it's a very small court compared to tennis. And in pickleball, we have something called dinking because our court is so small, right? So we've done this in practice. Come on over here, Susan. You and I are going to dink. So I'm aiming for between her green and her blue line. She's aiming for between my blue line and my green line. Oops. And we're trying to keep it, sorry. Okay, so we're going to try nice and easy. Oops. So see this window here? We're trying to keep everything through this window. Remember this from the first class? Okay. Nice and easy. Oh. So you can see I'm hitting forehands, backhands, just nice and easy. Okay? So that's what we're going to start with. We're going to build on that.
To keep it between the lines?
Yeah, no, dinking is keep it between the two blue lines. Okay. But in part of doing that, we want to keep it below this height. Okay. Good? Okay, so I'm going to get you guys dinking, and then I'm going to start adding layers and layers to what we're doing. Okay? So nice and easy. Yeah? Just dink back and forth. All right, so the first thing I want you to notice is it becomes very difficult to do this when you hit your ball past the blue line, right? So we will always want to keep the ball inside the blue line so that your partner can move forward and not have to move backwards. So let's work on that first. Good. Okay, pause for a second. All right. So, Susan, I'm going to get you right here. Sanka and I are going to dink a little bit. Ready, Sanka? Okay. Oh, Susan, I want you to watch me. Okay? So the ball, I want you to see how I keep the paddle in front of my body the whole time. Right? Keep my paddle in front of my body the whole time. Right? Even when she puts it out to the side of me, I still keep my paddle in front of my body. I'm just going to pause for a second. So you're watching the ball go back and forth. I don't want you to watch the ball go back and forth. I want you to only watch me. Forget about the ball. Okay? There we go. So I keep the paddle in front of me. Just watch me, not the ball. The paddle in front of me. Even when she puts it out to my side, I still keep the paddle in front of me. What I see you doing is you're bringing the paddle back behind your body. That's why you're overshooting the line. Okay? So let's keep it out in front the whole time. Back away from the ball if you need to. Right? See how I'm taking it out in front of me? You see that? What's that? Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And if you're swinging from back here, you have to slow your racket down. We never want to slow our rackets down in racket sports. We want to speed them up. So watch this. Oh, it's okay. So accelerate. Slow, 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 accelerate. Slow, 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 accelerate. Right? So I don't want to be accelerating back here and having to slow down out here. I want to keep the racket here and just accelerate a little bit through the shot. Okay, so let's go back to doing that. Okay. Yep. So stay back from the ball, Susan. Don't let it get too close to you. You've got to react. Remember what we were talking about? Reaction? React. Good. Now you're reacting. You're moving your feet. Good. See how much more control you had? You weren't hitting the ball as hard? Okay. Now the next thing I want to focus on is the crispness with which you're hitting the ball. Okay? So, have either of you ever played drums? No? Ever played a percussion instrument of any kind? All right. If you hit a drum hard, think about the sound that it makes versus hitting a drum softly. Right? So boom, 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 boom. Right? You want to be able to control that sound. Right? So when I'm dinking, which is a short distance, I don't want to be hitting the drum really hard. I want to be making a really soft sound. Listen to the sound, how soft it is. Right? So I'm trying to make a soft sound. So that moment of contact with the ball is not super hard. It's gentle. Right? I don't want to be hitting the ball hard. I don't want to be making a cracking sound. I want it to be gentle. Another way to think about it is, imagine that this is an egg, right? And you're trying to push the egg to the other person without cracking its shell, right? So I can still get it over, but I'm being gentle about it, right? I'm not cracking the egg. I'm being gentle. Or a third way to think about it is, this is your pet. This is your friend. If you want it to do things for you, which is what you do, the secret to control is not to hurt it. If you're always cracking its skull, it's not going to do what you want it to do, right? That moment of contact when your racket makes contact with the ball is the most important moment in pickleball on every stroke. You have to be in control of that moment. You cannot be accidentally hitting too hard or accidentally hitting too soft. You need to figure that moment out. That's your primary task as a hitter in pickleball. That moment needs to be right. You really need to focus on that. So we're going to spend the next 5 minutes just focusing on making sure we're hitting with the correct amount of force. Not just guessing where the ball is, slapping, slicing, hacking, being purposeful in how we hit the ball. Okay? So think about that. Very good, Susan. Much improvement already. Yeah. Slow down. Slow down. So when it starts to get out of control like that, be purposeful, slow it down. You have control over the ball. Control it. Don't be pushed around by the ball. Control the ball. Okay? Good. You're moving more, Susan. You're staying back from the bounce a little more. Stay back from the bounce, because if it bounces right into your feet, you're going to have to slash at it, and then you start to lose control. So when the ball's coming towards you, if it's going to be close to your feet, get your feet out of the way. Right? Stay away from the ball. Think about where the ball's going to land. Keep it out of your feet. If it's coming to your feet, move your feet, or get the ball before it gets to your feet. But you don't want the ball in your feet. Okay? It is. Yeah, and you end up slapping it too hard, and it makes a loud sound, and then it's high, and then you're dead. Yeah. Good. Okay, Sanka, now I have a correction for you. I'm going to get you over on this side, please. Okay, Susan, let's think. I want to get my racket below the ball. I don't want it up here. Right? This is kind of what you're doing here. You're keeping your racket too high. So I want you to get it down below the ball like you're going to catch it, and then give it a hit. Okay. So you're taking the ball too high, right? I want you to get your racket below the ball so that you can lift it. All right? So you look like you're going to catch it, and then give it a little push. Look like you're going to catch it, give it a little push. Right? Right now you're up here, and you're right. So because you'll have more control, right? You want to be able to control. In pickleball, death is a high ball. Anything above here is going to be the death of you, right? You're going to lose points, right? So in order to learn to keep the ball low, you have to let the ball get lower so that you can project it just over the net, right? And if you take it high all the time, you're going to end up popping it up. Okay, so it's just a habit you want to build. Very good. Good. You guys are doing great. Good, hole in one. You win practice when that happens. Yeah, you're waiting for it to start to fall. Yeah. You can take it at the apex if you want, as long as you're coming from below it, right? Yeah, good. Yeah, very nice. All right, so remember, don't let it get in your feet. Don't let it get in your feet. Be a little more active in staying away from the ball, okay? See how much easier it is to move forward to get the ball than it is to try and back away from it and hit it? So you're much better, you're much stronger going forward. You guys are doing great. Very good, Susan. Yeah, very good. Much better. Good. Okay, let's pause there. Good. So now we've got enough skill that we're ready to start working on our structured dinking pattern. So Songa's just started training with us, so she doesn't know about our structured dinking pattern. We start all of our practices with a structured pattern that we do. Within this structured pattern are all the elements that you need for basic ball control. And everybody works on it, from my beginners all the way up to my tournament level 4.0 players. Everybody works on it. At each level, it gets a little more detailed in terms of what we're looking for. So this level, we just want you to be able to do the pattern. So we're going to spend the next 30 minutes learning that pattern so that when you come into practice, you'll know the pattern and you'll be able to do the warm-up with everybody. We do this, so typically in a 90-minute practice, we'll spend about 25 minutes on these patterns, and then we'll do about 30 minutes of the lesson, and then we do about 30 minutes of game time. Right? So that's the structure of our lessons. What we're going to learn today is the first half hour, or part of the first half hour. Okay? So Susan and I have done this many times together, so I'm going to start you on the sideline. You're going to be watching, and we'll teach you how to do it. So you're going to be replacing me. So Susan, we're going to start here in the middle. So we're just dinking straight ahead. I'm aiming for the blue line, right, between her feet, right? Not between her feet, but the blue line central to her body, okay? And she's doing the same for me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's okay. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's it. 10. 10 attempts, not 10 successful completions, 10 attempts. Because an attempt is still a good attempt. Like it's still a positive thing, even if it fails. Okay? Okay, we're going to do 10 of those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Catch. No, don't hit 11. Just catch. All right, I'll take the ball. Okay, so the first one's in between. The second one is going to be down one side of our body. So we're going to start down this side of our, or actually we'll start down this side. No, we're both going down this side. Yeah, so you're in the center, I'm in the center. We're still dinking. Yeah. Okay, are you in the center? Yeah, you are. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now you do exactly the same thing. 10 down one side. Yeah, well, you're going to learn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Don't hit 11. Don't hit 11. Okay. Now we're going to do 10 down the other side of our body. Ready, Susan? Yeah. 1, 2. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome.
This one is easy.
Easier? Okay, good. Oh, no, you got to want to go down this side. Yep, down this side. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. That's 10. Yep. Okay. We're going to do it a couple times. Don't worry. You'll have more chances. Okay. Now we're going to do a diagonal. No, you need to stay in the center of your box, Susan. Okay. We're going to go a diagonal. So I'm going to go from my forehand to her forehand. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 9, 10. There we go. 10 attempts. They don't all have to be successful. You're drifting. Hang on a second. You're drifting way off center again. There we go. There we are. Get in the center. And center of your box. So the center of your box from side to side. See the side line to the center line? You want to be in the center. Yeah, you want to be in front of each other. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Catch it. 6. No, when it starts to get out of control, just catch it. We only want to practice good habits. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. So, 10 controlled hits is better than 10,000 uncontrolled hits. So, catch it, reset, practice the good habits. Okay? Now you're going to do the other diagonal. So, center of your box again. Center of your box again. Yeah. Now you're going to do the other diagonal. 1, 2, 3. Okay? 4, 5, 6. Good catch. Center. 8, 9, 10. Good. Awesome. Okay. Now the hardest one of all, which is we're going to do 2 figure eights. So, you know what a figure 8 is? So it's going to be straight, and then diagonal, and then straight, and then diagonal, and then straight, and then diagonal. So I'm only going to be hitting the straights down either side of our body. She's only going to be hitting diagonals. Right? So, there we go. Straight, diagonal, good. Straight, diagonal, oops, try it again. Straight, diagonal, straight, diagonal, straight, diagonal. Anyway, try it. It's the most difficult one, but center of your box, Susan. Center of your box. There we go. Okay. So you're going to be straight. So you're going to hit down this side of her body. Then she's going to go diagonal to the other side of your body. And you're going to go straight there. Okay? Try. Okay, diagonal, good. Straight, diagonal, straight, diagonal. Okay, well, that was good. That was about 10. Now you're going to switch roles. You're going to hit straight. You're going to hit diagonal. Okay? Yeah? No, you're alternating sides. So it goes straight, and then it comes diagonal to this side of your body. So it's going to go, you're going to go, no, stay right behind me. Okay. Stay right behind me, right behind me. Okay, so it's going to go straight, and then it's going to come diagonal to here, and then it's going to go straight, and then it's going to come diagonal to here, and then it's going to go straight. Okay? Yeah, we'll try. Straight, diagonal, straight, diagonal, good, straight, diagonal. That was awesome. Straight, diagonal. Good. That was awesome. Okay. Watch that ball there, Susan. Watch that ball there. Okay, get you over here, Sanka. Now we're going to do long diagonals. You know how to do long diagonals, right, Susan? You're going to be there. I'm here. Yep. I'm going to be in the center of my box. You're going to come right up to the blue line. Center of your box. Center of your box. No, center from left to right. Center. Yeah, the box goes from the sideline to the center line. No, just see the center. Yeah, by the white line. Exactly. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 5. Oh. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. That's 10. That's what we're doing. Okay, you're welcome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's awesome. Good job. You didn't hit the 11. Okay, now we're going to do the other diagonal. Other long diagonal. Exactly. Okay, we're going to do the other long diagonal now. So you want to come to the center of this box. Okay, here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was perfect, you guys. That was awesome. Excuse me. I've been talking so much. I'm gonna go have a drink while you guys work on it. Okay, so that's the end of the dinking portion of that. Okay, we're gonna do it all over again this time, just the two of you. Okay, we're gonna get some more practice. Okay, so we're gonna start. Remember how we start? In the center, straight ahead. Yep. So do 10 of those. I'll be right back. No, that's diagonal. You guys are going to start down one side of your body. Remember? Yeah, so you're going to stay in the center. Stay in the center, stay in the center. So when I say center, Susan, I mean the middle on the blue line between this corner and this one. Oh, right? Okay. So yeah, when I say center, that's what I mean, between those two lines. Sure, okay. Yep. Now you're going to go down one side. You can start on this side, or you can start on this side. Doesn't matter to me which. You're going to do 10 down one side and then 10 down the other. Hang on. So you're going across. You're going diagonal.
I have to go diagonal,
No,
right?
we're going to go straight down one side first. So this side. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's hitting this, and I'm hitting straight.
Yeah. You're both hitting down this side of your bodies.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Let me show you something. You come here, Susan. Okay.
I'm just gonna grab it.
Yeah, for sure. Let's all grab a drink. We'll work on this. Let's grab a drink and we'll work on this. Yeah, we'll get it. We'll work our way through it. Okay. Part of what's confusing you is the way Susan's hitting the ball. So Susan's hitting everything out in front of her, right? Which is great for when we're going straight ahead. That's what we want to do, straight ahead. But when the ball's beside you, you want to get the racket beside you as well, right? So on this side of my body, I'm going to be hitting the ball this way. On this side of the body, I'm going to be hitting the ball this way, right? So when I say to go down this side of our body, it's going to be my backhand to your forehand, right? And on this side of our body, it's going to be my forehand to your backhand, right? Now, this gives you an opportunity to practice. So you want to be able to hit these. You also want to be able to hit these. And you also want to be able to hit these. So when I say it includes all of the elements, you're hitting center of body, you're hitting backhands, and you're hitting forehands. Right? So that's part of what we're working on in this drill, is being able to hit all of those shots. And then when we're hitting diagonal, it's going to be my forehand to your forehand. Right?
Okay.
Other diagonal is going to be backhand to backhand.
Yeah, and now for this one, what we're working right now,
Yeah.
I'm hitting it goes this way,
Yep.
and Susan should hit.
Yep.
Okay.
So she's going to be hitting backhand, you're going to be hitting forehand.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Repetition.
Yeah, yeah. Here's your card, Tsonga. That's your card.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome.
You can actually punch the other one because I'm here for 2 classes, right? I'm staying for 2 classes.
Oh, but we'll do that later. Okay. Yeah, I have to punch everybody at the same time, who I have and who I haven't. So.
That you have to stay in your routine.
Yeah. This is good. You're getting some
really good.
more depth in how to do this practice too.
Yeah, and it's really helping me keep my racket forward.
Yes, yeah. I've noticed you picked up on that. You're doing really well.
I got to do the back.
Yeah.
You're warmed up
now. Okay, so we've done the center. Now we're going to pick a side. So you guys show each other which side you want to do. Okay. All right. So, did you notice how you ended up both pushing the ball past the blue line? That's something we got to work on, right?
Yeah, let's do it again.
Okay, try it again. Yeah. This time, try to have more control. So, why do you think you were overshooting the blue line? Because you were just swinging too hard. Remember, I told you, control is all about controlling that moment of contact. You really have to come in for a second. This is, it's a really, really important concept to get. When people talk about having control in pickleball, I need more control. That's what they're talking about. They're talking about that moment. Because that's the only moment when you're touching the ball. That's the only moment when you have control. So you have to really focus on controlling that moment, because that is the moment of control. Right? Okay? Do you feel it? Did you feel in control in those hits? Yeah. It doesn't happen by accident, and the sooner that you figure that out, that everything that you're doing is about that moment, getting that moment right, that's what separates the good players from the bad players. The bad players aren't even thinking really about that moment. They're thinking about, other things in their swing, but really it comes down to that moment, because if you get that moment wrong, nothing's going to work right. Okay, let's do the other side of our body, being mindful of the control. Yeah, so when somebody hits hard like that and it overshoots the line, catch it and reset. Yep, for sure. Good. Nice. Okay.
So much caution. But it's good.
Yeah.
They will layer it.
Yeah. Okay, now we're going to do diagonal. So forehand to forehand, not the long diagonal. We're still doing just the short diagonal. So forehand to forehand. Yep. Catch. Yeah, good. Good. Much better. That was awesome. Except you hit 11. You got to be in control. One more. Yep. Let's do one more. Good. All right, now do the other diagonal. So in center of your box, oh, you're going to be in the center. Remember between those two lines. Yep, there we are. Okay. Good. Catch it. Good. No 11th hit. Nice. Try it again. One more time. Center of your box. Good. Good. Well done. Now the dreaded figure 8. Okay, so remember, if you're hitting the straights, you're going to be hitting this side and this side, right? If you're hitting the crosses, you're going to be hitting diagonal and diagonal, right? So you can't hit everything straight, right? Like we do in the straight ahead drill. You're going to have to get the racket out to the side of your body, right? Okay? So who's starting straight? So you say, I'm straight. You say, I'm crooked, or angles, whatever you want to say, right? And then just do it nice and slow. And you're going to start to lose control. When you start to lose control, stop and start over. Okay. Good, that's 10. Oh, that's 11. Okay. Now you're going to be, okay? Okay? Good, try it again. Try one more time. Yeah, so on this side of her body, you're trying to go down this straight. Yeah. On this side, you're trying to go that way. Right? So you're trying to hit it beside her. She's trying to hit it across your path.
So and then now my first hit should be on this side of your body, or
nope. If you're going to go straight and you're hitting forehand, you want to hit it on this side of your body.
okay. Sure.
Okay.
Okay. And you
yeah. Yep. Okay, so we can use these as teaching tools. So this is the straights, right? These are the two straights. So if you're hitting straights, you're going to hit straight, and then I'm going to hit cross to the green one. Then you're going to hit straight, and I'm going to hit cross to the red one. Right? So if you're hitting straights, that make sense? No? Yeah. Now we get it. Okay. I'm going to use these from now on because I don't know why I didn't think of it before today. All right, so let's try it again. Straights and diagonals. Figure 8. Catch it? Good. Catch it? Good. Good. Now do the other one. Switch it around and do it one more time. Okay. Okay. It's diagonal. Just a little strong. Nice. Okay, now we're going to do long diagonals. Long diagonals. I'm going to do long. Okay, so you're going to be in the center of your box, right here, center. Remember the center from this side to this side. Yeah, you're going to be center. There. Yeah, there you go. And she's going to be in the center of her box. So ideally, the path is going to be something like this. Ideally, it's going to be something like, oops, can you point that one to this one? There you go. Give me something like this. So it's going to go from your backhand to your backhand. So come to the center of your box, right? So ideally, this is our path. It's going to be backhand to backhand, right? Ideally. When we do it on the other side, it's going to be forehand to forehand, right? So this is why we do both, so that you guys can practice backhand to backhand long, and then forehand to forehand long. Okay. Yep. Yep. Good. Okay. Try it again. Just one more practice. Okay, now switch sides. Try and do forehand to forehand. Oh, you're good. Good. So how does that feel? Good. Now you have a better sense of how we do our structured warm-up. As Susan can tell you, we do this over and over and over again in practice. So you'll get very, very good at it over time. Okay, now I'm going to teach you guys some drills and some games that you can do. We still have 40 minutes. So I'm going to put a dividing line down for this court. Boop. And put a dividing line down for the other court. So, Sanka, you can come over here, please. And Susan, you and I are going to play here. Okay. So our court is the sideline to that tape line. Right? And we have to keep everything inside between the two blue lines. Okay? So I'm going to serve 0-0. Oh, you get the first point. Now it's your serve. So it's 1-0. Yeah, you can serve, yeah. Ooh, that was in. 2-0. All right, serve again. Oh, 3-0. That's it. That's how you play the game. Okay, you're going to play the game. All right. That was in. Point for Sanka. So Sanka's going to serve. It's her point. Yep, 1-0. Out. Side out. Oh. What's the score? You got to call the score before you serve. 1-0. Out. Well done. Good job. Call the score? Yep, you got it. Out. Side out. Yep. Out. Out. 11. Yep. What are we at? What are we at? Yeah. Okay.
I'm doing a question. Do you see people? I think
Out. 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 One second. I'm just going to do a grip correction. So I don't want you doing this. Show me how you were just holding it.
I was trying to put it like
You were holding it like this. Wrap that thumb around. There's a whole bunch of reasons. The main reason is your edges are more stable when your thumb is wrapped around than if your thumb is straight. Your edges are a lot looser, right? So, okay. Out. Out. Okay. All right, so everybody's got the sense of how this game works. Now I'm going to add another layer. Okay. I think you've seen this before, but come over here. I'm going to drop this ball on the ground. What's going to happen after I drop this ball on the ground? What does that mean? Going to come straight up, and then go straight down, and go straight up.
depending on the way you drop the
If I
ball.
drop it just straight down,
Yeah, it's gonna go straight up.
straight up? Okay, let's watch. What happened there? Watch the ball. Keep watching it. Watch it all the way. Watch what happens.
Well, it doesn't have the same power. It doesn't come up.
But watch what's happening. It's moving from side to side. It's kicking. Watch. Watch again. See that?
Is it in the air, you mean, or up and bounce?
It's moving from side. It's jumping around like a Mexican jumping bean. If I dropped a tennis ball down, it would go straight up and down, pretty much. But watch the pickleball. See how it's jumping? It jumps from side to side. If you're not watching when the ball bounces in front of you, if you're not watching for that bounce, that ball is going to move a little bit offline and you're not even going to notice it. What's going to happen? You're not going to be in control because you don't know exactly where that ball is unless you're watching it. Okay? So we're going to play that game again, but this time you're really going to focus on what's the ball doing when it bounces, because almost every time it bounces, it's moving a little bit left, a little bit right, a little bit straighter up than usual, a little bit lower. It doesn't follow an exact path every time. It changes every time it bounces on the ground. And if you're not watching for that very, very subtle change in direction, you're going to be hitting off center. So now you're not going to be in control, right? Can I borrow your paddle for a second? This is one of the reasons why we want to keep our paddle close to the ball in pickleball, especially when we're dinking, is because if I'm back here and the ball changes direction, now I have to quickly move my paddle to a different place that I wasn't expecting. So then I end up hitting it too hard, end up popping it up, right? So to stay in control, I have to keep my paddle where I can see it, and I have to keep keep the paddle where I can see it while the ball is jumping, so that I can make my small adjustment to get it over the net. It's a very, very subtle thing, but it's going to make you a much better player. So we're going to play this game now again. The game we were just playing, everybody's accustomed to it. You're not going to have to be thinking about scorekeeping and stuff now. You're going to be free to just focus on what the ball's doing. I not only watch the ball, I also listen. Because if it lands on a hole, it makes a different sound than if it lands on a round, right? And I can tell if sometimes it hits a loose board or it hits a dead spot in the floor. If I'm using my ears and my eyes together, I'm much better at centering the ball when it comes to me. And it also helps me by listening, it helps me focus on that moment when it's bouncing on the floor. I'm not just seeing it, I'm also hearing it. So I'm really present in that moment, right? So let's play that game again, thinking about watching that ball, watching for it to move. And you're going to notice something you've never noticed before, which is the ball is moving. Okay? How long was that rally? Makes a big difference, doesn't it?
I just want to tell you, it will take time for me to build a connection when watching the ball, but you gotta start somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can really see the ball spinning.
Yep.
Too.
Yeah, and you can hear it, and so all your senses are involved, and you're really focused on the ball. So now you have control. Now you can start to have control because you're paying attention to what the ball is doing, right? It's not just an abstract thing moving around out there somewhere. It's something you're looking at, right? And as you focus on things, the reason I'm able to reach out and touch this thing, right, here exactly, is because the muscles in my eyes are contracting and expanding the focal point to tell me exactly where that is in space. So now I can reach out and touch it. If I'm not looking at it, I don't know where it is. Well, I have it memorized now, but right? I don't know where it is, right? So your muscles, by contracting and expanding and changing the angle of your eyeball, tell you where things are, right? So if you have your eyes focused on that thing, you're more likely to interact with it accurately, right? And your brain is very good at telling your hand where to be, right? The brain and your hand work together all the time. The racket's an extension of your hand. Okay? So we've played this game now. We're going to play a slightly different version of it. We're going to play a skinny singles version of it. Let me show you how it goes. During this game, I really want you to remember that and focus on this ball. Okay, so we're going to start off the game 0-0. I'm on the right, you're on the right, because our score is 0-0. So now I'm aiming for that box, you're aiming for this box. Oh, okay, so I get a point. Okay, so it's 1-0, my serve. Now I'm going to serve for, no, you stay there, because you're still 0. So your score is even. So when your score is even, you're on the right. When your score is odd, you're on the left. Your score is even, my score is odd, so now I'm on this side. So it's 1-0. Out. 2-0. Now I come back to this side. You stay there. Your score is still even. Right? 2-0. Very nice. Oh, you got it. So I was on the wrong side. Well done. Okay? So that would be your point and your serve. Okay? So anyway, that's how you play the game. So now we're going to be working both diagonals. We're going to learn to dig diagonally and straight. Okay, so 0-0. Oh, you got her. You got her. 1 point for you. 2-0. Exactly. Hey guys. How you doing? You bring a spectator today? Hi there. Hi there. What's your name?
Xiang.
Xiang. Hi, Xiang. Brent.
Okay.
Coach. Yeah. Hello. You let them in? Perfect. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you. I just came out and there were bodies in the lobby, and I'm like, what's going on? Okay. Oh, well done. Out. Remember, we're watching the bounce. I have a feeling you're both forgetting to watch the bounce. Watch the ball. No, that's awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. What's the score? Nice.